Joining me at the top edge of your mat, standing tall and even. It's my little cat Quinn outside the window. It's funny how animals love our yoga practices. We're standing with our heels under the knees, hips over our knees, shoulders over the hips, and a level chin, arms loose at the sides of the body. Taking a long inhalation now, sweeping your arms up overhead, palms set together as an exhale. Flow through the center line of your body as we take a long step back with the left leg knee to the mat, right knee over the ankle, fingertips sweep high. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink low into your lunge, keeping that front knee over the ankle, but allow the hips to sink lower. Float the fingertips down. Sweep your right arm back as you lift the left leg up and away. Beautiful quad stretch. It's okay if you're not actually managing to contact the foot. If you're just reaching back and lifting the foot up, that's absolutely fine. Do what you need to do in your pose. Bye, Quinn. Let the foot fall back down as your hands come forward. Tick-tock that right foot across to the long edge of the mat, hands to the inside. Staying on your fingertips or lowering down to your forearms. Now we're really allowing the hips to sink low. Keep that left leg long, really stretching that front quad. Come back up onto your fingertips. Tick-tock the right foot back inwards. On your fingertips, send the hips backwards. Lift the right toes to the ceiling. Half split pose. Rolling back forward, curling underneath the back toes, right foot back to match the left, downward facing dog. Feel free to have a little play, perhaps lift your heels, bend your knees, rock the hips slightly from side to side. Now bringing your left foot forward, set your right knee to the mat, repeating this flow on the opposite side. So first sweep your fingertips high. Inhale as we reach, exhale as we sink. Keep the arms to the outside of your ears, chin level. Allow the arms to float forward. Right palm down, left arm sweeps back as we bring that right foot away. Lean into it and then open your chest as you lift your gaze upwards. That little lean inwards and that open backwards is going to really accentuate that beautiful stretch in your quad and across your collarbone. Letting the foot fall back down. Tick-tock that front foot, shoulders long side edge of the mat, fingertips to the inside. Staying on those fingertips or lower down to your forearms. Every time you inhale, allow those hips just to move a little forward. It can be internally that you feel this movement. Come back up onto your fingertips. Tick-tock that front foot inwards. Rock your hips back. Feel those front toes away. Now another option here is to curl the toes under on that back foot. Floating back forward, curl the back toes under. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Again, we can bend the knees. Inhale, sweep your right leg high, three-legged dog. Sweep that foot through and cross that foot across to your opposite wrist. And that front shin can be quite parallel to the short edge of your mat. Your lengthened leg is long and straight, big toe from the hip. Interlace your hands behind you. Pull the shoulder blades together, lift your chest and your chin. Palms set back down to the mat, curl those back toes, sweep that front leg high, three-legged dog. Setting your foot back down. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, sweeping forward, left foot, right hand. Finding ourselves in our swan pose once again. Settle into your body. staying here. Or perhaps again you interlace your hands behind your back. We open our heart, open our throat. Setting your palms back down, curl underneath the back toes. Push down through your palms as you sweep that front leg high. Allow the leg to settle back down to the mat, downward facing dog. Finding space in your spine, stretching the backs of the legs. Set your knees down to the mat, shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips. Coming into a few cat-cow stretches. So we inhale as we lift the chest and the chin, lower the rib cage and the belly button, then draw in the diaphragm, draw in your chin. There's a sense of sinking the rib cage down towards the mat, and then push the mat away as you draw in your chest. Now coming back, neutral spine, and take your left shoulder to your right hip, and then across to the opposite side. Coming back to the center, curl underneath your toes. Send your hips back to your heels, keep the toes curled under, and this is opening up through the bottom arches of our feet. Extend your arms long. Staying on your forearms, keep the toes curled under. Lift your knees, lift your hips, ease to the inside of your arms, and we've drawn ourselves into our Dolphin Pose. Set your knees back down to the mat, flatten down the tops of the feet now, push your hips to your heels, guiding ourselves into Child's Pose, arms by the sides of the body, palms facing up. I really like to try and get my chin close in towards the knees, reach your fingertips for the back wall. Exhale, let your arms sink, widen across your shoulder blades. We're settling in our Child's Pose just for a few moments, and then we're going to come into some final stretches at the end of the class. Honoring your practice as we hold our Child's Pose, then rolling up through your spine, joining me in a cross-seated position so your ankles can be crossed or one foot flat in front of the other. Fingertips by the sides of the hips, tall spine. Lengthen your left arm out to the side as you float your right arm up and over, taking a side stretch, and keep that right sit bone really anchored down to the mat. In this side stretch, it's going to want to lift away, but we're going to keep it evenly seated. Now bring your left hand across to your right knee and keep that lean going to the left side. Now dropping your right hand to your left knee and coming into a seated twist. So your left hand, your thumb, is pointing into the lowest part of your spine. Come back to the center and let's take that flow across to the opposite side. Inhale as we reach. Exhale as you sink and you stretch, finding a little bit more space and openness. Inhale, exhale. Left hand floats the right knee, right hand behind your back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. Coming back to the center, and just take some little loops around through your shoulders in one direction and back in the opposite. Bring your left arm forward, wrap your right arm underneath. And once you sit here, your elbows level with the shoulder line, push your forearms to the wall in front of you. Feel a really amazing stretch across the back of your shoulders, swapping sides. Keep your chin level, tall spine. And let your hands fall to your knees. Close your eyes and breathe. Settling with the wonderful feeling that we hopefully always manage to attain at the end of our practice. Palms come together and draw your thumbs in towards your heart center. A little bit of pressure, a little thank you note for yourself. First fingers to the space between your eyebrows, we inhale. And as we exhale, bowing forward, namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today.